Well, Sean Desai said today that he took a long look at all the Eagles' secondary issues over the bye week, and he thinks he might have found some solid solutions. Jalen Hurts' knee injury appears to be fully healed after QB1 practiced without his usual brace yesterday, and the Eagles might finally start using more RPOs to get the running game back on track for Monday night's pivotal matchup against the Chiefs. I'm Thomas Mott. This is the Thomas Mott Show. Isn't it nice to be halfway through the season, coming off of a bye week, and yet the Eagles' injury report yesterday, following their first practice back, was pretty darn clean. I mean, look at this. Dallas Goedert was the only player not out there, and we all know that his forearm was broken, and so obviously he was not going to go ahead and practice. He needs a little bit more time to heal. But seeing Justin Evans back there, and then Grant Calcaterra, Cam Jurgens running it with the ones at the right guard spot, even Bradley Roby all being back, all expected to play on Monday night, should make a very big difference. Not to be outdone, Jalen Hurts back on the practice field. He hasn't missed any time, but we all are wondering, how's the knee feeling? How's it looking? Well, he spoke about it yesterday. Sounds pretty darn good.
The bye came at couldn't have come at a better time, and I think a lot of the guys on the team took advantage of that time. Just being able to refresh. I'm obviously getting ready for this second half of the year, so I think it's been good for us all. The normal bye week, self-evaluation, getting yourself and your body physically ready for the second half of the year. So that's always my approach on the bye week, and I feel like personally it's a good week, and a lot of guys took advantage of that personally for themselves.
Some reporters at practice did notice that Jalen Hurts wasn't wearing that knee brace that he's had on the past couple of games and on at every single practice, and he was asked about it during his press conference and admitted it's no longer there.
Hey, Jalen, at practice today, it looked like you weren't wearing that sleeve on your leg. Is that right?
I was not.
Is that a sign of progress?
Yeah, I think time is a sign of progress. As I said, the bye week came at a great time, and we all took advantage of that. I tried to take advantage of that time off.
Now, I don't know how much 2 weeks off makes in terms of a difference on a bone bruise or the knee situation that Jalen Hurts has had, but he seems very excited about the fact that it's a lot healthier, and I think that's going to mean the Eagles' rushing attack is about to get a massive, massive boost. I tend to agree with @PhillyEaglesNews on Twitter, who said the other day that losing the threat of Jalen Hurts' mobility really hindered the running game and the Eagles' RPO offense. If the time off has healed Jalen's knee, coupled with Cam Jurgens returning, the running backs could be in store for a significant increase in rushing yards on Monday night. Simply put, the Eagles need to run the RPO more. It was a staple of the 2022 team, the 2027 team as well, and they've hardly utilized it the majority of this season because we all realize that Jalen Hurts probably banged that knee up week 1, week 2, maybe week 3. I mean, look at the numbers. Right now, the Eagles' RPO rush average plunged from 5.33 to 3.92, and their pass average from 7.19 to 4.53. Just 11.6% of their offensive yards this season have been on RPOs. It's what made the Eagles so dangerous last year because they could run the football just normally because they have a good offensive line. They could hit you with an RPO where you have to plan for both a run or a pass, or Jalen Hurts could sit back there and dice you up with his improved accuracy and deep ball placement. And while Jalen Hurts has definitely still been dicing people up, maybe even more so with his accuracy and deep ball placement this year, the rushing attack has really fallen off the past couple of weeks, and a lot of people think it's maybe the offensive line, it's maybe the running backs. I would argue it's the lack of the RPO threat to where defenses are keying in on running plays and getting a lot easier and quicker hits on running backs. If the Birds get back to the RPO game and make defenses completely guess and you have to sell it against the run or sell it against the pass, you could have scenarios where you get loaded boxes like they saw last season and then one-on-one opportunities with A.J. Brown, the best receiver, hottest receiver in the National Football League, and Devontae Smith, who's been fantastic the past couple of weeks, creating a real dilemma for defensive coordinators. If you can make Chiefs defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo guess a little bit more than he normally does, the blitzes are going to come, you can run right through them, or you can hit some home run balls against this Kansas City Chiefs defense that's been good in coverage, but not so great against the run. Now, despite all of this, Brian Johnson, who we criticized a lot on this show in the comment section the past couple of weeks, he's really turned things around. Even though they aren't running the football well, and that definitely needs to be improved, they're still throwing the football and moving the football extremely well against all opposing defenses. I mean, look at the numbers right now. He has been absolutely incredible. All major categories ranking at least in the top 15, if not the top 12. If the Eagles offense can continue to climb up from here, they're going to be sitting very, very good for a deep playoff run. Thumbs up if you guys agree that Brian Johnson still has work to do. Red zone offense, still kind of an issue, but overall, he's been way better the past 3 weeks than he was the first 5 of the season. Now, with Brian Johnson being a little bit less under the microscope, that means that some somebody has to be in the spotlight, and that has been the Eagles secondary, and really Sean Desai trying to figure out why the Eagle defense continues to get shredded time and time again. And Brandon Graham was asked about the defense and the issues more specifically in the secondary yesterday after the Eagles practice, and he said that during the bye week, the defense had a major look in the mirror. Then they focused extremely hard on why the secondary has been playing well and what changes they can make to make it better.
You know what? I know we got some things that we have to get better on, or as far as communication, some stuff. I know just even for the back end, we talked about just how, you know, the back end want to make sure that they do better as far as, you know, just keep building that chemistry. Don't worry about what's going on in the outside world. We know our issues. Let's just fix them in-house. Make sure that we all take care of each other, support each other, be there. And I feel like I've been on the other end of it where we wasn't these close games we've been playing. We always didn't come out on the winning side of it, and so appreciate that part of the grit and the toughness that you got to have in the moments to where when we got 3 penalties called on us in that whole drive, it's like, man, a lot of people would have just kind of gave up, say it's over, we'll get to the next one, you know, and that's not a mindset to have, and I don't think that's this team, and that's what I like. I see those the tough moments, and eventually we're going to get some good ones for ourselves, and things going to come together. So I just think, yeah, we did a great evaluation, coaches included, and we just can't wait to go out and, you know, just keep getting better.
Now, the defensive coordinator who can fix all this is, of course, Sean Desai, and he was asked today at his press conference about the changes him and his staff made about the defense over the past couple of weeks, and honestly, he sounds confident that they found some ways to fix those consistent issues on the back end.
Yeah, I think, you know, a lot of things. You know, we're obviously, like I tell you guys, kind of week in, we're still growing. You know, I think we're still trying to get better, and there's some places that we're doing really well at that we want to continue to improve on, and some of the spots that we feel good at coming out of the bye of really evaluating ourselves, you know, as coaches and teachers, and then trying to get our guys in good positions to make some plays a little bit more consistently. And they've been doing such a good job, the players I'm talking about, of executing on the field and helping us win some of these games in critical situations. So we want to build on a lot of things that they've been doing well.
Desai was also asked about the Eagles' lack of dime packages. We see a lot of times linebackers lined up on slot wide receivers, and it just makes us all go crazy. Well, they might have addressed that as well.
Yeah, you know, I think a lot of it goes into that, and, you know, some of it's kind of who our bodies are, who we're preparing for it, you know, moving around different people in the secondary and that linebacker. And so, you know, we've got a plan, and, you know, as we continue to build some continuity and get some pieces in certain spots that we want to keep developing, we'll continue to look at all the packages, including dime.
Kevin Byard was also kind of thrust into this defense, and all of us said, hey, start making plays, start looking like an all-pro, and yet he hasn't really looked at the past couple of weeks. However, Sean Desai was asked about that as well, and he thinks the time off, the extra week to kind of figure things out, get kind of locked back into this defense, will pay big-time dividends on the back end with Kevin Byard.
Sure, I mean, I think so. You know, I think, like you said, the time off, the preparation, the more time in the defense, you know, learning the defense in the meeting rooms over this time has all helped him, and that's right, in the short time that, you know, practice yesterday. Yes, you know, in that short time there, but I think it'll continue to grow for him that way too, because there's never better training than playing football, right? I mean, you got to play football to be good at football, and so I think he's played a lot of football, and so now he'll get back into doing that, and he'll continue to help us.
All in all, I'm really excited to see what this defense looks like after the bye week. Remember, it doesn't say that they're going to be perfect. Doesn't mean they're going to hold Patrick Mahomes to 0 passing yards or 7 points or something crazy like that. But if they can fix the little issues, if they can be a little bit more buttoned up, especially on the back end, this front four is going to get pressure. The linebackers are playing very, very good football, and this team can be a lot better poised for not only a good next 4 games, next 5 games, but hopefully get the number 1 seed and go ahead and continue on with a deep playoff run. And we got plenty more stuff happening in the next couple of days and weeks because you have till Monday. So we're going to have shows almost every single day leading up to the kickoff. And of course, we live for the broadcast of that, myself and Josh Davis as well. If you guys haven't subbed, we're approaching 28,000 subs here. I think we're going to hit 30, maybe by the Bills game. Maybe I'll take the 49er game. We'll see. Up to you guys. I appreciate the subs and I appreciate all the support. I can't wait to see what Philadelphia looks like after this bye week. I think they could take a really big statement and hopefully not only beat the Chiefs, but look strong against the Chiefs and further show the rest of the National Football League that we are here. We're the best team in the NFL, and we're going to make sure that we get the number 1 seed going forward in the NFC. I'm Thomas Mott, hanging out on a Friday. This has been the Thomas Mott Show.